Hello, so good evening everyone. So welcome sa ating 30 days effective roadmap for passing agricultural licensure examination. Our website is raptitiinceedu.com by Robinson Acabal, sponsored by Raptiti Inc. So our topic for today is all about pre-board agricultural extension and communication. So okay, number 101. So, the causal chain analysis project impact could be established using metric scoring, critical event analysis, impact flow diagram, social mapping. So, ano pong tawag? So, ang tawag po dito is definition of term and type of question, impact flow diagram po. So, in order to be effective, the extension worker should serve how many barangay? Magkano po, ilan pong barangay ang kaya? 3, 9, 6, 12. Ang tamang sagot po dito is 3 barangay lang po ang makaya ng extension agent. Change in knowledge means the ability to do things, change in feelings, change things known or gaining insight. So, ano pong tawag? Change in knowledge means ability to do things, change in feelings, change in things known, gaining insight. Ang tamang sagot po is change in things known. So the basic design consideration that consider the pattern should capture the viewer's attention and relevant details. The basic design consideration that consider the pattern should capture the viewer's attention and relevant details. Ano pong tawag? Balance, color, arrangement, lettering. So ang pinakadabis po na sagot po dito is arrangement. If nakaka-arrange po yung PowerPoint presentation nyo is mas catchy po siya sa viewers. Okay po? So, the development of agriculture sector is basically pursued through the implementation of what? The development of agriculture sector is basically pursued through the implementation of community-oriented program, holistic program, multi-oriented program, all of the above. Ang tamang sagot po dito is, hindi po meaning all of the above is tama ang sagot. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is multi-oriented program. Who is considered the member of TMS? Who is considered the member of TMS? Resource person, training assistant, training participants, training director. Ano pong tawag? Ibig sabihin ng TMS? Training management source. Kayo po yung taga-arrange ng training. So, ang hindi po kasama dyan is the training participants, letter C. A process of identifying the broader positive or negative outcome of an activity or process to reach a conclusion about its overall value and whether objective had been met. So, ano pong tawag? If sa overall value niya, na-meet ba natin yung objective? So, definition of terms po to. Evaluation, monitoring, planning, assessment. So, the correct answer po is evaluation. It is the three-dimensional picture through the use of pairs of lenses mounted on a frame where viewer sees one image with left eye and another image through the right eye. So ano pong tawag? Still graph, slide, stereograph, films. So definition of term po, paki-research na lang po yung iba. So ang tamang sagot po dito is stereograph. So the sum of total of an individual experience including one culture and language which influence her or his ability to communicate. So ano pong tawag? Ang buong total individual experience. So ano pong tawag dyan? Communication, education, learning, field of experience. Ang tamang sagot po dito is field of experience. It is the reading of visual accurately, understanding and relating the element. it is the reading of visual accurately, understanding and relating the element, decoding, deducting, encoding, inducting. So ano pong tamang sagot? Definition of term. Ang tamang sagot po dito is decoding. It is a system of cultivation based on mutual understanding with society where farmers have an obligation to society as provider of safe, nutritious food product, steward of soil, water, air, and natural landscape for the sake of future. Ano pong tawag nito? Definition of term: organic farming, sustainable agriculture, farming for future, biodynamic farming. Biodynamic farming is yung magamit ka ng calendar method, magtanim ka ng high tide, low tide. Ito po, dynamic farming po dyan. Organic farming is using mga organic base na galing lang sa farm. Farming for the future is magamit po tayo ng mga indoor farming or smart farming. Yun po. So, sustainable agriculture. So, the best sustainable agriculture is sustainable siya, lifetime siya. Diyan lang nakacycle yung activity ng isang farm. So, halos mga zero tillage po ang sustainable agriculture. So, ano pong tawag dyan? Is hindi ka lang nag-produce ng pagkain, kundi inalagaan nyo pa yung soil, water, air, natural landscape for the future generation. Ang tawag po dyan is sustainable agriculture. The extensionist is the first audio visual aid. What does it imply? The extensionist is the first audio visual aid. What does it mean? Physical appearance and voice should be such the farmer help to learn, make good use of radio or TV, follow the fashion trend, include singing in teaching method, all of the above. So, ano pong tama ang pinaka-the best na method po dito? So, hindi po sinabi dito na all of the above, tama lahat. So, para sa akin, ang pinaka-the best is the physical appearance and voice should be such the farmer are help to learn. So, meaning, dapat ang isang extensionist, maganda siya magsalita, yung madaling pakinggan ng mga farmer. So, yun po. Okay, so 13. It is a systematic and continuous processing of assessing the progress and changing caused by implementation of activity over a period of time. Systematic and continuous process of assessing the progress is called data analysis, project planning, community analysis. So, ano pong tawag? Ang tawag po dyan is monitoring. So, wait lang po. Okay po. So, ano pong tawag nito? So, it is the system and continuous processing of assessing the progress and change caused by implementation of an activity over a period of time. Ang tawag po dyan is monitoring. So, the expected output of agricultural extension is or are. The expected output of agricultural extension is or are. Goals, selling of fertilizer, all of the above, none of the above. Changes of knowledge and skill and attitude and practices. Ang expected output po ng agricultural extension is changes of knowledge, skills, attitude, and practices. So, in the preparation of instructional material, the way visual material are arranged in visual space is called, ano pong tawag? Yung sa PowerPoint natin, yung i-arrange po natin siya, ano pong tawag doon? Yung white background, example ito, PowerPoint presentation, gagawa ka, ano to pong tawag dyan? Blueprint, layout, diagram pattern. Ang tawag po dyan is layout. So, number 16. So, refers to a knowledge and skill which the learner is expected to accumulate and develop at the end of the class refer to the knowledge and skill which the learner is expected to accumulate and develop in the end of the class. Anong tawag? Individual skill, special talent, terminal behavior, dominant behavior. Ang tawag po dito is terminal behavior. So why should learning activities be carefully planned? Why should be learning activities should be carefully planned? It is required of an extension agent? Hindi. The ability of extension agent to plan is tested. The accomplishment objective is dependent on the plan. This expected by the farmers. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is accomplishment of objective is dependent on the plan. So, okay. Communication is also concerned with eliciting specific behavioral change, specifically form the clients of extension. These changes are in knowledge, practices, attitude, all of the above. So, halos tama naman po lahat dito. Communication is also concerned with specific behavioral changes, specifically form of client of extension. These changes are all of the above po ang tamang sagot. So, it is a direct conversational and instructional discussion among small group of expert as well as informed person. Anong tawag po? Lecture, symposium, brainstorming, panel lecture po. Example, classroom, student, and guro. Symposium, malakihan. Brainstorming is batuhan ng ideas. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is panel discussion. Why do extension worker need to study about culture, custom, tradition of the community where they would work? So for them to identify the weakness of the culture of the community, for them to identify and sympathy the attitude of the people of the community, to please to the people of community, to change the culture of the community. So ang tamang sagot po dito is letter B. So for them to have a sympathetic attitude for the people of the community. So may sympathy ka sa kanila. So tamang sagot po dito is a condition in which two individuals are similar in some attributes like sex, age, culture, and etc. So, ang tawag po dyan is homophily. Monotony, heterophily, sameness, hindi. Homophily. Non-photographic two-dimensional material designed specifically to communicate a message to the viewer. So, non-photographic two-dimensional material designed specifically to communicate a message to the viewer. Media, graphics, visual picture. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is graphics. Di ba 2D lang yan? Graphics. So, yan. So, the extension teaching method according to the use classified into 3 groups based on individual group mass, socio-economic group, number of target of individuals, all of the above. So, nakabase po siya sa tatlo. So, anong tawag? Ang correct answer po is number of target of individuals. Refers to those channel of communication that can expose large number of people to the same information at the same time. Refers to those channel of communication that can expose large number of people to the same information at the same time. Anong tawag dyan? Individual group, field trips, group meetings, exhibit, mass media. Ang tamang sagot po dito is mass media. Example, 'di ba, radio, buong region yung sakop niya. Magsasalita ka lang ng awareness. So these technologies serve to access information for learning new ideas. These technologies serve as access information for learning of new ideas. Laserdisc, video disc, email, computers. So ang tamang sagot po is computers. Which of the following is an example of service technology? Which of the following is an example of service technology? Farmer Information and Technology Service, soybean production, extension service, integrated pest management. Which of the following is an example of service technology? Farmer Information and Technology Services. So, ang tamang sagot po dito ito, Farmer Information and Technology Services. So, what year when the Ministry of Agriculture through BAEX took over preparation of the project study on the adoption of training and visit system in the Philippines? So, anong year po yung BAEX took over sa paggawa ng project study on the adoption of the training and visit system in the Philippines? 1950, 1987, 1979, 1979. Ang tamang sagot po dito is letter C, 1977. An idea, practices, or object perceived as new by individual or unit, any unit of somal system. Anong tawag? An idea, practice, or object perceived new by an individual or any unit of somal system. Anong tawag po? Adaptation, intervention, innovation, adoption. So, idea meaning new idea, meaning innovation po yan. So, the transmission and reception of messages over long distance. The transmission and reception of messages over the long distance is anong tawag? Telecommunication, teleconference, television, telecomputing. Tamang example, call ka lang, 'di ba? Telecommunication tawag po. Refers to any operation or event whose elements are continually changing, dynamic, and interacting. Refers to the operation or event whose elements are continually changing, dynamics, and interacting. Ano pong tawag? Learning, process, system, development. Ang tamang sagot po dito is process. Refers by followers as credible, influential, and authoritative. Refers to the followers as credible, influential, and authoritative. Extension agent, opinion leaders, early adopters, gatekeepers. Ano pong tawag dyan? Ang tamang sagot po is gatekeepers. Which of the following method can bring about better understanding of message? Which of the following method can bring about better understanding of message? Radio, leaflets, newspaper, discussion. Method can bring better understanding of message. Ang tamang sagot po is discussion group. Yung mas maganda pa rin yung idea ng isa ng tao kaysa sa newspaper mo lang mabasa. The orderly procedure covering psychological process of learner and management through which learning is employed by teacher. So, style of teaching, teaching strategy, procedure, methods of teaching. So, anong tawag po dyan? Ang correct answer po dito is teaching strategy. Meaning are transmittable. So, may mga gantong question. Huwag kayong kabahan. True, maybe, false, sometimes. So, wala talagang tamang sagot na maybe. Wala din tamang sagot na sometimes. Ang question na to is true or false lang po yung sagutan nyo. Please lang. So, meaning are transmittable. Anong tawag? False. False kasi, 'di ba? Iba't ibang tao, iba't ibang din yung meaning niya. So hindi siya matransmit. 'Di ba may laro kayo na message relay. So 'yun. At sa last na hindi nila makuha kung anong message na. So parang ganun lang. So APMA prescribe as one crop, one system, one system, one crop, one program, one system, one program. So anong tamang sagot? Tamang sagot is, ang APMA is one crop, one system. The opportunity of channel to provide for receiver to response immediately and maximally to affect the source of the message. Channel credibility, channel participation, channel feedback, channel complementary. Maka-respond siya agad-agad. Ang tamang tawag dyan is channel feedback. The indicator in evaluation is usually derived from. The indicator of evaluation is usually derived from. Evaluation. Source, receiver, objective, farmer. If mag-evaluate ka, anong i-evaluate mo? 'Di ba? If na-meet mo yung objectives. Which of the following is not a competent of agricultural development? Which is not a competent component. Component of agricultural development. Governance, supply, research, none of the above, extension of education. Ang tamang sagot po is none of the above. Component po ito lahat. 39. Which that reflect high level of interest in the part of client, which the change agent can make use of teaching learning in learning situation. So, high level of interest. Anong tawag yan? Office or technical services, home visit, displays, informal discussion. So, tayo, mga Pilipino, mas maganda talaga na expert yung magsalita. Example, through DA, Department of Agriculture or Municipal Agriculture, pupunta tayo doon. So, mas yung level of interest ng mga farmer, mas mataas. Kaya, ang tamang sagot nito is office and technical services. Which of the following extension method is useful in developing confidence? Mag-develop ng confidence. Visit, demo, slogan, all of the above, testimonial. Ang tamang sagot po is all of the above. Transfer of training easily takes place if the activities involved. So, anong tawag? Mas madali yung pag-transfer of trainings if may involved siya na activities are different, have identical element, have occur in the same place, vary in difficulties. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is have identical element. So, if identical yung element, mas madali. So, learning that is concerned with various aspects of knowing such as perception, memory, imagination, judgment, and problem solving is anong tawag? So, definition of terms ulit. So, sensory, affective, cognitive, or skill. Ang tawang sagot po is cognitive. A new technique in food production are learned through. New technique in food production are learned through television module, radio comments, editorial and cartoon, barangay forum. So, anong pinaka-the best po dito? Pinaka-the best po dito is television module. So, hindi po radio comment lang, editorial and cartoons. Hindi masyado. Barangay forum, hindi naman expert yung barangay. So, if magkuhan ka talaga ng food production, is more in television module. So, the Federal Act in the United States that established the land-grant university, which served as the model to our country's agricultural colleges and universities. Example, CMU, UP, Los Baños. Malalaki yung farms nila, ginawang school. So, anong tawag dyan? Morrill Act, Hatch Act, Morrill Act of 1960, Morrill Act of 1990. So, 1940, Smith Labor Act. Ano pong tawag? Ang tawag po dyan is during the 1960 Morrill Act. So, which of the following technology transfer model can provide active participation in the farm experiment station testing? So, ano pong pinaka-the best? So, nandyan po tayo ulit sa definition of terms. Modified fit model, farm back to farmer model, top-down technology model, feedback technology transfer. Ang tamang sagot po is farmer back to back model. So in community, feedback does not come from. In community, feedback does not come from receiver, channel, source, message. Ang feedback hindi galing sa source. It involved the factual presentation of textual explanation of particular topics or few selected topics. Ano pong tawag? So, factual presentation and textual explanation. Lecture, symposium, brainstorming, meetings, panel. So, ang pinaka-the-best talaga dito, it is definition of lecture. Lecture po. No, 'di ba? Factual presentation sa ating guro, may libro pa, textbook. So, ganun. The most versatile medium of instruction. The most versatile, madali lang siya na versatile medium of instruction is bulletin board, OHP, chalkboard, multipurpose board. Ang tamang sagot po is bulletin board. Which of the following is true of brainstorming technique? Which of the following true is true in brainstorming technique? Quality is given the same as quantity. So, mas madami ba? Hindi naman. Hindi siya equal. Picking up other ideas is encouraged. Kukunin mo yung idea ng iba. Only practical ideas are expected. Ang practical lang bang yung gagamitin? Each suggested detail is scrutinized. So, ang tamang sagot po dito, each suggested detail is scrutinized. So, number 50, what extension approach element of project in a particular location is specified during time with outside resource infused? Anong tawag po? This is a definition of term. Cost-sharing approach, area approach, commodity specialized approach, project approach. Ang tawang sagot po dito is project approach. Stop muna tayo. Hello po. So, project approach. Adoption process occur in what level? Adoption process is what process occur in what level? Individual, subgroup, group, or mass level? Ang tawag po dyan is individual. Knowing how to do things belong which type of knowledge? Knowing how to do things, which type of knowledge? Declarative, conditional, procedural, episodic. Anong tawag po dyan? Ang tawag po dyan is procedural. An approach which view learners as an active process that result from self-constructed meaning. Ano po dyan? An approach which view learning as active process that result from self-constructed meaning. Constructivist approach, metacognition, cooperative learning, intentional. So, napakahirap, no? Hindi mo alam halos. So, ang tamang sagot po is constructive approach. Ulit-ulitin nyo lang po yung video. So, what component of extension delivery system where it assure the task of discriminating information and goods and services designed to bring about change in client behavior? Ano po yan? Definition of terms. So, research system, client system, change system, NGO system. So, ang tawag po dyan is target niya to change the client behavior is change system. So, a grandmother is explaining. So, lumabas po to question. A grandmother explaining the history of the oldest church in the town to her granddaughter. Anong tawag? This is an example of communication through arts, communication to visual symbols, spoken communication, communication through material culture. Ang tawag po dyan is material culture. So, ang culture po yung church. So, the common feature of agricultural extension system worldwide is or are. The common feature of agricultural system worldwide is or are. Target system, change agent system. Target system, policy system, input system, market system, communication system, technology system, all of the above. Ang tamang sagot po dito is letter A, target system, and change agent system. So, it is the stage in adoption process where it is considered the most critical stage in the adoption process because the outcome generally determine whether or not the individual proceed to the trial and adoption. Sorry. So, sorry po. Ulitin po natin. It is the stage in adoption process where it is considered most critical stage in adoption process because of the outcome generally. Sorry po, yung allergy. Because the outcome generally determine whether or not the individual proceed to the trial and adoption stage. Ano pong tawag? Awareness, trial, interest, rejection, evaluation. Ang tawang sagot po dito is evaluation. This is evaluation. In extension agent, the first and foremost of change agent is that of planner, linker, teacher, organizer. If you are an extension agent, you must be an para sa akin, I am an extension agent. I am a teacher. The principle that embodies the statement by learning by doing is participation principle, whole family principle, principle of learning, extension principle. Ang tawag po dyan is participation principle. The incorporation of farm problem in the discovery of new knowledge is made possible. The incorporation of farm problem in the discovery of new knowledge is made possible by education, extension, instruction, research. This is called a research. So, it is the requirement of agricultural modernization. It is our requirements of modernization, agricultural modernization. Market, unfavorable market environment, policy support, availability of inputs, responsive extension agent. So, this is all true. So, the tamang sagot is all of the above. Radio is important tool in disseminating agricultural technologies covering a wide geographic areas. If a farmer listen to an AM radio, he is in the Visayas region. What is the radio frequency? Visayas, DY. So, DY, DZ, DZ in Luzon, DZWB. Oh, di ba? DZ, DXMU, DXMU. So, DX is for Mindanao. DY is for Visayas. DZ is for Luzon. Di ko alam anong DA. Sorry po. Allergy. So, who is the first director of Department of Agriculture and Manufacturing? Who is the first director of the Department of Agriculture and Manufacturing? Rafael Corpus, Graciano Gonzaga, Silvestre Apostol, Jose Alejandrino. Jose Alejandrino. So, ang tamang sagot po, the director of Department of Agriculture and Manufacturing is Jose Alejandrino. So, every month of Rice Awareness Month. So, Rice Awareness Month is if December ngayon. So, previous month. Rice Awareness Month is for November. So, which of the following is considered the old agricultural school in the country? So, sino po ang Hello po, hello. Which of the following is considered the oldest agricultural school in the country? Cavite State University, University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Central Luzon State University, Visayas State University. Ang pinaka matanda po na agricultural school in the Philippines is Central Luzon State University. Madami pong matatalino dyan. So, oo, tama rin. Maganda pong reviewer nila. So, Central Luzon. Which of the following is an example of a mediated communication? Mediated communication. Use of mobile phones, TV and motion pictures, taking with oneself, sign language. So, mediated communication is media using of cell phones. Which method exemplified the learning by doing principle? So, exemplified. Isa ang pinaka-the best example. Learning by doing. Problem-solving methods, demonstration method, result demonstration method, laboratory methods. Ang tamang sagot po dito is demonstration method. It is the composed of interrelated activities undertaken to accomplish a predetermined objective. It is composed of interrelated activities undertaken to accomplish predetermined objectives. So, ano pong tawag? Ang tawag po dyan is project, plan, vision, vision yan, programs. Ang tamang sagot dyan is programs. What do you think would be the best combination of methods in order to effect adoption of a new corn variety? So, ano the best combination method? Radio and farmer class. Radio and farmer class. Hindi. Result demonstration and field day. Exhibit and farm visit. Demonstration and farm class. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is result demonstration and farm class. Mas maganda talaga may farm class kayo. May klase kayo. Mas maganda. So, the mental process through which an individual passes from the time awareness of inhibition to the final adoption or rejection. So, ano pong tawag dyan? Adoption process, learning process, social change process, infusion. So, this is a mental process which individual passes from the time of awareness to inhibition to final adoption or rejection is adoption process po yan. The purpose of the state in establishing cooperative is known as the purpose of the state in establishing cooperative is known as promote the self-reliance, redistribution of nation wealth, to compete worth private businesses, to harness people owner to attain economic development and social justice. So the the best po dito, ang the purpose of the state in establishing cooperative is to be promotion of self-reliance. Yan po ang purpose ng cooperative. In Roger classification of adapters, the most respective ones are, anong pinaka-respected? So, innovators, early majority, early adapters, opinion leaders. According to Roger, ang pinaka-most respected are early adapters. Who benefited the feedback? Bumalik na po to, is the source. So, galing ang message, siya din ang mag-benefit ng feedback. The source. The constraints such as prevent the developing country from being more receptive or even more adapting the sustainable agriculture. Ano po ang problema? May problema po, constraint to prevent such developing country from being more receptive or even more adapting to sustainable agriculture is absent of economic incentive, no stewardship, less government support, increase in population. So, ang the best po dito is absence of economic incentives. Which of the following intervene in a social progress to give deeper insight in the way society function by observing how change process occur? Which of the following intervenes in a social progress to give deeper insight in a way society function by observing how change process occur? Anong tawag po dyan? Physical science, natural science, decision-oriented science, social science. Ang tamang sagot po dito is decision-oriented science. These are the set of framework for the way in which tasks are carried out. Doctrine, program, organizational structure, plan. So, ang tamang sagot po dito is organizational structure. Bakit? May framework siya, 'di ba? Para mahiwalay yung task, may president, vice president, secretary, parang ganun, organizational chart po. Considered as the day out of farmer and is open welcome relief for their daily hard work. So, kagaya sa akin, nakakandak na rin ako ng FFS Farmer Field School. So, para after ng class, para ma-expose sila sa another areas, anong tawag po dyan? Achievement Day, Educational Tour, Extension Class, Field Trip. Ang tawag po dyan is Field Trip. So, what extension technique method are responsible for creating awareness and interest of the target audience? Which extension method are responsible for creating awareness and interest of the target audience? So, individual, mass, direct, indirect, and group. So, ano talagang may targeting? So, for example, Facebook ads. So, ang gamit niyan is mass. Awareness, needs, action, satisfaction are the steps in awareness. Na aware. May needs, may action, may satisfaction are the steps in extension teaching process, adoption process, learning process, innovation decision process. So, ano sa palagay nyo? So, ang tamang sagot po dito is learning process. Learning process po yan. So, which tool turn weakness to strength? Weakness to strength is ABC models, SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis, social map. So, ang tamang sagot dito, SWOT analysis. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, ganun. SWOT analysis, meaning po niyan. This is referred to as a list of instruction for community carry outs one at a time. So, one at a time. So, anong tawag po dyan? Command, program, pile up. So, ang tawag po dyan is program. Assuming that the following are possible, which activity most appropriate if an extension agent want to have the first hand knowledge of a marine community? So, ano pong gagawin? So, mag-introduce ka ng first-hand knowledge of a marine community. So, viewing exhibit, educational trip, film viewing, still picture. So, the best talaga is to see is to believe. Mas maganda may educational trip kayo. Which of the following group activity provide an open environment on which group member can discuss their opinion without being judged as wrong? So, anong tawag po dyan? Panel, buzz, session, forum, Philips. So, ang tawag dyan is buzz session. Diba si Boy Abunda may the buzz siya. So, ganun. Mag-asa ng question, walang mali. Ganun. The buzz. So, the first Rural Improvement Club, RIC, was born on what town? RIC, Rural Improvement Club. Saan siya na-born? Montalban, Teresita, Tanay, Antipolo. This is from Montalban. Who among the following did not hold the position as PCARD director? So, hindi naging director ng PCARD. PCARD is mga leaflets natin na ginagamit. At the same time, partnership with UST. So, sino ang hindi dito? Benito Vergara, Ramon Balmayor, William Dar, Patricio Pailon. So, ang tawag dyan, ang walang position sa PCARD is Benito Vergara. With smart objectives, there is better match between instruction and assessment techniques, approach, learning tasks. So, tamang sagot dito is assessment. Ulit-ulitin nyo lang yung videos na to para mas ma-enhance nyo pa. So, ganun talaga. So, methods which require a certain level of literacy among clients. Methods which require a certain level of literacy among clients. Exhibit, movies, technical calls, publication. Publication is your thesis, study, masters, and PhD. So, nagre-require po ito ng literacy. So, mas mataas level of research. So, ganun. Publication. Type of adapter that never adopt a new idea. Never adopt. So, ang tawag, hard-headed, diehards, laggards, lazy. So, ang tamang sagot dyan is diehards. Kung ano talaga yung gusto nila, diehards sila dyan. Diehards. The general principle of field of knowledge. The general principle of field of knowledge is vision, mission, objective, philosophy. So, field of knowledge is a philosophy in the mind. So, dyan kinuha yung subject na philosophy. Field of knowledge. So, the Commission of Higher Education, or CHED, is responsible for the development, implementation, and monitoring of agriculture curriculum. CHED is under what agency? CHED is under of what agency? Department of Education, TISDA, Office of the President, Bureau of Tertiary Education. Ang CHED is under of the Office of the President. Hindi siya under ng TISDA, hindi siya under ng DepEd, hindi rin siya under ng Tertiary Education. Under siya ng Office of the President, kasama ng NEDA, National Economic Development Authority. So, the PRC regulation is responsible to conduct 42 licensure examination. So, ang PRC is under what? Civil Service Commission? Hindi. Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Education, Office of the President. PRC. Saan kaya? Sorry. PRC is Department of Labor and Employment. So the Bureau of Agricultural Statistics, or BAS, an attached Bureau of Department of Agriculture, is now renamed as what? Philippine Statistic Authority, Agricultural Statistic, Philippine Statistic Authority, Philippine Statistical Authority, Bureau of Philippine Statistics. So, ang tawag niyan ngayon is Philippine Statistic Authority. Letter C. Hindi statistical. Statistic lang. What is the newest region in the Philippines? What is the newest region in the Philippines? Noon, Caraga. Ngayon, meron na. ARM, hindi. Ang tagal na yan. CAR is dyan sa Ilocos region yan eh. Ilocos region, dito Cagayan Valley, dyan ang CAR. So, it is the Negros Island region. Negros Island region is the most newest region. So, what is the largest rice importing nation in the world? Nag-i-import ng rice. China, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. The largest importing nation in the world is Philippines. Hindi kasi sufficiente yung rice natin. What is the first science city in the Philippines, second in Asia, where agricultural research extension are located, PhilRice, PCC, and etc., including the ERI? It is located in Davao City, Los Baños, Laguna, Inde, Muñoz, Nueva Ecija, Baybalite. The science city is called in Muñoz, Nueva Ecija. Diyan din ang Central State University, LSU. The Philippine Council for Agriculture and Natural Resources Research and Development was renamed as PCARD. What sector was added? So, anong na-added? Nalagay sa kanya. So, ito instead na agriculture lang, may nilagay isa. Aquatics, aquaculture, agroforestry, agrarian. So, ang tamang sagot is aquatics, not aquaculture, not agroforestry. It is aquatics. The extension agent dreamed to organize a seminar with known animal nutritionists from another country, but he cannot afford to spend the transportation of the said animal nutritionist. Which of the following he can use to he won't need to spend much? So, hindi na siya kailangan mag-spend ng malaki. Instant messaging, video conferencing, distant communication, podcasting. Podcasting is parang the buzz yan eh. Nandyan siya. Distant communication, hindi ko alam. Cellphone? Hindi. Instant messaging, nag-text ka lang. So, ang tamang sagot is video conferencing. The government from the development has identified provinces that are underdeveloped. All of these provinces fall under agrarian reform system, social reform system, government insurance system, social security system. Example, the province of Dinagat Islands, we are underdeveloped. So we are provinces fall under agrarian reform system. Kaya nga nandito yung DAR. The symbol used to maximize learning are referred to as. The symbol used to maximize learning are referred to as instructional devices, field trips, classroom techniques, educational media. Example, ganito. Instead na tuturo ka, may gamit kang projector. So, anong tawag yan? So, laptops, mga ganon. Instructional devices po yan. The following statement are contribution of technology to the learning process, except methods of teaching and learning become interactive. Teacher role can be changed in demonstrator. The quality of learning can be improved. The delivery of instruction will be more interesting. So sa learning process, ang hindi pwede is the teacher role can be changed into demonstrator. Yan po ang except. So what is the newest province in the Philippines? What is the newest province in the Philippines? Siguro, this question is 2019. So, search nyo lang po ano pong pinakabagong province po. So, pinakabagong province that time is Davao Occidental. Iwan ko po kung 82 province pa po tayo or 81. Who is the chairman of Board of Agriculture? Who is the chairman of the Board of Agriculture? Fortunato Batad sa aming time. Iwan ko parang nag-change na ngayon. Paki-research na lang po. So what section of APMA state the creation of Board of Agriculture and conduct licensure examination? So what section? Section 75. Nandyan sa APMA. So APMA is 8485, Republic Act 8485. Who is the Secretary of DA? So si Secretary of DA nung last is sinundan si Ferdinand Marcos. May bago ngayon. So ang business ngayon is ng bagong secretary was fisheries siya. Paki-research na lang. Sa amin is Emmanuel Piñol. Who is the first Filipina agriculturist? First Filipina agriculturist is Victoria Ela. Victoria Ela. So, congratulations. Anong tawag? Gago, tapos na. So, paki-repeat lang. Repeat.